What is up, everybody? It's your boy Panda. We are back with another episode of Mile713 Podcast. Of course, joining me today is...
It's your boy Colin.
It's your boy Emerson.
And we have a special guest today. Fuji's not here temporarily, but we have a fill-in. Our fill-in today, you might hear us talk about him multiple times. His name is JJ. We used to work with him. Say what's up to everybody, JJ.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for having me.
How you been?
I've been well. After I left that shithole.
Oh, yeah. The viewers already know about our situation about leaving that place.
Yeah.
And you were a part of it if people didn't never catch.
Yeah, he was the first to leave, actually.
The first,
yeah.
When you mentioned the first week I left, yeah, it was that first week, and we actually had a heart-to-heart moment, me and Panda. Actually, he was like, "Hey, you're better off somewhere else," and he was the main one that believed in me, and he took me under his wing. It was more like a mentor, actually. So, what I do now, at the new place, they're actually pretty impressed. They're like, "Oh, well, you learned this at the old place," and I'm like, "Yeah, who taught you?" And that's when I met his former coworkers. Like, oh, he's still there. No, he just left. But so my new coworkers are his former coworkers.
I mark my territories where I go. Boy. I'm a legend.
And the funny thing is that they're always telling stories about how they used to go to lunch, and he would bring eggs, and his coworker would have a burner, and they will boil eggs.
They got a burner at work.
Yeah. He had a little single burner and a little pot. So I would go fill that bitch up, and sometimes we would go to H-E-B during lunch or whatever. So we buy like sandwiches to make for food, and sometimes we'll buy eggs, or sometimes he'll bring eggs, and then we'll boil some eggs in the shop and eat boiled eggs.
Yeah,
morning snack.
He knows who I'm talking about, but he has two toolboxes. So he has one for his tools and one just for snacks. So he has like 2 drawers full of chips and like cookies. And he's like, "Well, I go to the corner store. The corner store is right here." And he has like a fridge just like that. And he has like a bunch of like Monster Energies, Red Bulls, and like
he sounds like one of those guys in high school, that carry just like a huge duffel bag just full of snacks and sell them out to classmates.
Yeah. And then like they'll be like salesmen, and everybody else come into them, and then we're like, "Hey, I think we should keep it low key. We're gonna put the other guy who comes with the machines, the snack machines. We're gonna put him into bankruptcy because nobody's buying snacks from here, and they're just buying it from him."
I'd rather buy from the local corner store. I used to buy from those kids with those backpacks. Big Texases for $1.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the library, heat them up for 30 seconds. Boy, that shit comes.
And then the fact that you had to keep it low key also, because I remember there was a friend of mine who would bring like a bag, and they was like, "Oh, it's my gym clothes. I have gym," but he didn't have PE at all. He was just And then they'll be like, a bunch of people make a full crowd behind him. We're like, "Hey, y'all keep it fucking low key. Like, y'all gonna get me in trouble." And then he got in trouble and said, "Hey, you can't sell no more chips." And he said, "If you do it again, you're gonna get suspended."
I think that's kind of dumb. Like,
Get suspended?
yeah, like why can't you
Is that-
sell
they-
in school?
I
Like,
guess
it's
it's
nothing
just-
bad.
it's
There's
It's because
snacks.
they don't want you to have like anything like with drugs or something in it.
Yeah, that's
They want
Yeah,
to be
but I
clean.
mean, like,
I mean, the odds of it actually happening are low. It's just they don't want it to happen. But like literally, the dude that did it at my school, he was on varsity football team, like pretty much star player defense. Everybody knew that he did it.
And he wouldn't just sell chips; he would sell like cooked tacos, like with egg and
what
sauce.
the hell?
Like, he would actually he'll put them in the foil and make sure that it's all warm.
Oh yeah,
He'll carry it all day, and when during lunchtime, he'll be like, "Hey, y'all, send me what y'all want, and I'll give it to you personally, so that way, because y'all got me in trouble already." So like, and the fact that they still didn't question him that if he actually had gym, he would just say, "Oh yeah, it's my gym clothes." They still never questioned him.
That dude's a plug. I'll buy tacos of
Honestly.
him.
Oh yeah, he did. And
I've never heard
he
that.
had like where if you want what was it called, chicharrones or something like that.
the what?
The chicharrones.
Pig
Oh,
Yeah,
pigskin or
So
pig.
he'll have like one bottle for like lemon, and he would squirt like
Wow.
Oh,
like
yeah.
there was a video that I thought it was him, but it wasn't. It was like he squirts it under there, like on the ground. And he's like, "Okay, here," and then they'll put it in this bag. They'll put it in their bag, just after class, he made a lot of money, And then he got more creative. He made like a little menu. He'll cross something out whenever it's sold out.
Wow, dude. What a young businessman, dude. Young
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
I actually still talk to him. He's working in construction, So all that money that he made during high school, he said he invested it in a car. He bought a car, and
And another thing, they don't want. I guess they don't want students selling that shit because besides the fact that drugs and whatever, they want the academic club to sell it so they can raise money for the clubs instead of buying it from a
Yeah,
random
even like
kid.
for sports when they would sell like
Like come get pizza.
the multi-flavored lollipops, like the hard ones, shit like that.
multi-flavored lollipops.
Yeah, like
They have those?
Yeah, you know,
No.
like the hard lollipops, like they were hard and shit. You
Multi,
have to suck on
multi,
them for hours.
multi,
Not multi-flavored, but like different shit. Like there'll be like a fucking like a cotton candy one type shit.
And
Like
then
that,
like, whenever
different like
whenever it melts down to like,
weird
another
flavors.
flavor.
Yeah.
Oh,
No.
You
No.
Wait, what?
Okay, just hard lollipops. Like they're
like a blow pop.
No, well, yeah, but like better than a blow pop.
There's nothing better than a blow pop.
Yes, there is.
Hell no.
Yes, there
No,
is.
no.
Yes,
Bro,
there is.
you know how good and delicious a blow pop is?
You will go to the
For a
corner store and buy
second.
one.
Bro, I
Yeah,
would
for
buy
a
the
little
bro-
bit.
Yeah, and then the gum sucks in all the flavor. You only can chew the
Exactly.
gum for like a minute, but still, blow pops are fucking bomb.
They were.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to buy me one of those if you think it's better than a blow pop. You're gonna have to show me. You're gonna have to prove me wrong.
Yeah, I know those fundraisers. They will overprice like the item that they're selling. Remember they had Little Caesars for like it was for student council or something like that. And like, oh yeah, it's $20 for the whole box. And I'm like, man, I could just go get one from Little Caesars for $5. Why the hell would I buy it?
They're trying to sell $5 a slice.
Literally,
They
there was
did.
a
They
little
did.
there was a Little Caesars like 2 minutes or 5 minutes walking distance from my school. Like,
Yeah, there was like one like right there on West Belfort. It was like one right there. Well, it was a Domino's right there. I'm like, you know what? Let's go get one right there.
I think the
after school.
closest Little Caesars to Taylor, A-Leaf Taylor, was the one by HEB, right?
Mhm. People would walk over there.
By Elsing and Hastings, I don't think there is a Little Caesars.
The close thing to what is it? Elswick and Hastings is the what's it called?
The Popeyes?
Yeah.
And the La Michoacana.
Uh-huh.
I used to go there for tacos. Walk there, though.
Yeah.
Because, some...
I mean, it's pretty good walking distance. For
Like
for
during
Taylor,
lunch?
it would be the what was it? The people would walk to the McDonald's. They would use the bayou.
From Taylor?
Yeah, but they wouldn't walk like in the street and shit. They
They'll
would use
cut
the
through
bayou.
the bayou.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's a long walk
Shit,
still.
for cross country, we would run like the whole bayou.
Damn.
And
You-
near, like,
you-
the one near the freeway? Or
No.
No, in A-Leaf.
Oh.
It's right by, I want to say it's by Highway 6, but it's more in
It's,
between.
Howell Sugarland.
Yeah.
Oh.
Howell Sugarland from there to the Eldridge.
But
So, like,
were the houses over there built whenever you were in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I remember when I went to high school, all those houses weren't there.
Mm.
Oh, when I used to live right there, those apartments,
Mhm.
none of those houses were there. Now it's like hella neighborhoods.
Yeah.
It's all neighborhoods now, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, my high school, I remember speech. No, not speech. The debate.
Debate team?
Yeah, they would sell Powerades and juice and actually any snack like honey buns, thick Texas chips. They'll sell that shit after school, and there's actually a long ass line for them close too. $1.50 per drink, $1 per honey bun. I think it's $1.25. I know they be robbing niggas, and we sell every Friday. They sell Chick-fil-A sandwiches for like $3.50.
Damn.
oh yeah, mine would do that where you could go into like one of the lunch lines and get a Chick-fil-A sandwich, but it was like an extra $2 or $3. Yeah.
Oh no, it's not even a lunch line. They sell it right in front of the front office. They put up a table like this, and then sacks of fucking Chick-fil-A.
Oh, yeah, I think they did that too a couple times.
They got a tray full of sausage, a tray full of pickles.
Yeah,
It's literally the cheap Chick-fil-A sandwiches, the original one, not
Yeah.
deluxe.
Right.
Came with just pickles.
Yeah.
It was always pizza.
I feel like if they had a bunch of deluxes, it would just be nasty by the time you get to it.
Yeah.
It's all
the
soggy.
lettuce and the
Soggy.
tomato and shit.
It's all
yeah.
soggy, you know.
At my school, the one thing I remember, aside from like the other stuff like similar to what y'all were talking, where the special ed classes would always bake cookies. And they'd be like $1 each.
They have that.
Those were so
ours
good.
yours was $1 each cookie. Ours was 25 cents.
I think ours was $1 too. They
Really?
they do it in the CT building. How they have culinary arts, the special ed kids, do this shit.
I mean, once you account for inflation, no, I'm kidding.
I mean, I guess because I did go there a
A
long
little
time
bit,
ago.
but-
But the max you can buy was 4 though, because you
Oh,
can't
yeah.
you can't go there with $2 and be like, let me get 8. Nah, fam. You only can get 4.
They're like, dude, that's like, we're gonna run out if we let people
No,
do that.
You need to save some for the rest of the students. There's only 2 lunches. And this is the last lunch. Let me buy 8.
They also realized at my school whenever they'll do the fundraiser, nobody will buy anything, so they'll try to get more creative. So then, I think it was a social studies teacher. He was like, "Oh, we're going to do a raffle. So each time you buy an item here, you get a ticket and you get a raffle." They were selling, I think, Jordans. Like it was retro. I think they were the Jordan 3s, but it was the size, I think size 10. And then they're like, "Oh yeah, if you,
Perfect.
the amount of times you buy, here you get a ticket or whatnot, And that's when people start actually lining up and like, bro, you do realize you're not really gonna get the J's, right? You know.
What if you got swallowed in the 10? That'd be kind of pointless.
Yeah, actually, I know the guy who actually got it. He sold him. Like he was like, oh, who wants them?
Yeah, I would have done that.
You know,
I mean,
and
I would've
he,
done that.
he
Nobody
was
got
a,
my
he was a
size.
soccer player. He was like my size. He was like size 8.5, and he was like, no, I'm gonna sell it. Hey, who wants them? And then he looked at the price, and I think it was $250, and he was like, no, I'm gonna double up the price. Whoever wants them, and he sold them for like $500. And then when he sold them for $500, he bought himself new cleats that day too, because the cleats that he had, I actually gave it to him. You know, because he was like, oh, I need new cleats. And I'm like, here, take mine. I bought new ones. Well, I got them for my birthday, so here, take them. And I'm like, okay. But he really, I'm telling you, this guy, he will literally like play with those like every single time. Like you can tell that he beat the fuck out of those cleats. Like, it was like messed up. And he came in all like, oh, you like my new cleats? And they were like the top end, you know, like the ones with the players use. He was like, yeah, I bought these already, you know, when I sold the shoes. And I'm like, oh, damn.
Shit. At least they're winning real prizes. For us, you probably win like a Rambuck, you know, our in school currency, and then go buy something from the school store. You could get like an eraser.
You had a school store?
Pencil.
Yeah,
Oh, shit. Yeah, we had a school store for fucking pencils and paper and folders and shit.
I didn't have that.
You know,
Like literally, the staff aide that runs it, they're just sitting there like behind the door because it's like a 2-section door.
Oh, miserable.
They open the fucking top part and you just lean in and you buy this. And
Oh,
you're just
miserable. I
sitting
mean,
there.
I could be taking my lunch. I'm over here.
I could be doing something,
They're off
anything
period.
else of my life right
Is
now.
it just me, or every time you talk to a teacher, they would have something smelly, like funky, in their classroom? Whenever you go, like, hey, I need to do this test, or like I need to make up something. And
All of them have like funky flavors.
yeah, like I'll
or
smell it. I'm like, ew, what are you eating? And they'll be like a salad. I'm like, I don't remember a salad smelling like that. Like it would smell funky.
oh, yeah, it'd be like a weird salad typically.
I remember specifically back in 8th grade in middle school, this teacher, his classroom reeked of fucking vanilla flavor. Like the vanilla
like
scented smell.
the extract.
Yeah.
It's so like the fucking plug-in bullshit. I don't know what he
Oh,
plugged it
that.
into, but the whole
Oh.
classroom smelled like it. And then
That actually gave me a headache.
in my middle school, there's a window and the sun's shining in, and I'm having a headache from the sunlight, you know. And then the classroom was hot in a bitch, and it smelled like vanilla. I hated that fucking class, and it was Texas history on top of that.
oh, that's
The
even
worst
worse.
fucking class ever. I fucking hated that
I
fucking
think,
class.
since my school was, just a building, if you're like in the 5th floor facing towards the sun, apparently that one room, the AC did not work. So I think it was U.S. history. So it was like, and it was my
Junior year.
Yeah, junior year, and it was my 8th period, so it was like the last class of the day. So the sun will be beaming like during the summertime, and I'll be falling asleep. And okay, come on, guys, keep your heads. I'm like, I'm tired. Like, I'm sitting down. You're walking around at least. You're like,
Worst shit ever.
And once I graduated, they fixed it. And I'm like,
Bro, I had a fucking algebra for my last period of my senior year. Hell no. That shit sucked.
I had English, but I never went to it.
The fuck?
Yeah.
mine was, I think it was economics, and then after that is, I forgot what
Government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it was, and it was in the
like-
same room too, actually.
Wow. I took economic my first semester of my senior year. Second semester was U.S. government.
I did it.
Yeah.
I did it in summer school, so I wouldn't have to take it. So
They didn't
it
let
was
us do that
easy.
because so many people were failing.
Well, we did it fucking.
So the
because
class
COVID
is
and
already
shit.
filled.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they stopped doing summer school for people to get ahead because people were failing.
Yeah,
Mm.
I was like, no
I'm
point.
guilty of one of them.
Oh,
fuckers.
shit, I was like, when they
Sophomore
said
year?
that, I was like, shit, let me do it so I could have off period.
I wanted to do automotive too, but that was for people that were failing because you get the double elective credit thing and people were behind, so they put them in that, and you just get double fucking elective credit.
So you couldn't do it if you wanted to, only if you were
Yeah, I
failing?
couldn't, which is pretty kind of dumb.
Yeah, you had to like do other classes. Like I wanted to do team sports, but they say, oh, you need to do all this other stuff before you
Right.
can do team sports. And I'm like, and then there'll be there'll be other students that have the same classes as me, but they'll get team sports, and I'm like, but they don't have their what was it, fine arts credit? I think it's like that. They gotta take art, and then when they got to the senior year, they're like, oh, you can't graduate because you need to take art. And then they're like, if you want to do team sports, then just know that you're not gonna graduate. So if you want to do that, just know that. I know, screw that. I'll take the fine arts. So then he didn't have team sports, and he liked doing team sports because it was at 8th period, and he'll be getting ready for that season. So then he said that season was very bad because he couldn't do team sports.
Only if I gave a fuck back then to like pay attention in school and actually do well in school and actually go to the guidance counselors and played out my whole like 3 years of fucking high school, I would have been like, sad. I would have been done. I would have off period. And I decided to fucking slack and fuck around my sophomore year and fail fucking 4 classes.
Why is it always sophomore year? Like sophomore year is like the chillest year ever. Like no one cares anything about anything.
It's like freshman year, and you're like you're
Yeah,
kind of
that's
scared,
true.
so
Yeah,
you want to
that's true, yeah.
new environment. So you kind of like
No one's
try your
ever-
best to blend in, and then you're doing works, schoolwork, and then sophomore year, you're like.
Fuck
This
it,
again, man. Fuck this bullshit. And then junior year comes, you're like,
oh fuck.
this is my last year. This exit level. I need to fucking graduate. I need to stop fucking around.
No,
And
I
then-
mean, I stayed in the same building for like fucking 7 years. From 6 all the way to 12.
Yes, prep. If you guys are wondering what the fuck 7 years in one building.
If you're a youngster,
Yeah,
do
my
not
cousin
go
did
there.
that.
Yeah, over here next to me went to West.
Shit, we
Yeah,
have
he-
a.
Thankfully, he told me he left, and like, yeah, I thank God you
I
did.
left just in time.
Because
Shit.
freshman year, they have this. You remember they have whatever it takes in 100%. They will always I guarantee you, every single day. Oh, you gotta do 100% every day and do whatever it takes. And I'm like, oh, so whenever it's flooded, you gonna do whatever it takes to get here? No. Well, there you go. Don't say that.
Shit, even outside on the gates, they have the freaking thing with
The answer is
trial-
the answer is
the
yes.
answer is yes.
Whatever, like whatever.
Bro, like that shit lame, bro.
and then
I wonder if Kip is like that too.
the Kip's a lot more hardcore, but
Is it?
they whenever we finish the school year, they're still in school.
Shit.
So like around like June, the second week of June, that's when it's the final day of school. But from what I heard was like they just mainly do like activities or like they're just chilling around all the time. And I'm like, I will want to leave already. Like I don't want to stay here. I don't want to just wake up. My mom actually caught me one time skipping school, and it was the stupidest thing ever. You're gonna laugh how she found out. So what I did was I got up early. This is my sophomore year. I got up early. I drove, and I'm like, fucking, where should I stay? There, just to chill. I just go to IHOP, and then once 8 o'clock hit, all right, bet she just left. As I'm getting home, I'm like, you know what? Let me stop by McDonald's and get something for later. So then I get the bag, I leave it there, and then I eat it. But then on the receipt, it shows the time that I got it. So whenever I threw it away, and I'm, oh shit, she's about to come home. Okay, let me just go to the park or something and go kick the soccer ball. She texts me saying, "Where are you at? Why'd you skip school?" And I'm like, "How the fuck did she find out?" And I got home, and then I'm like, "Hey, how'd you find out?" Go look at the trash bag. Now what was in it? Yeah, it's McDonald's. It says 7:45. You're supposed to be in school by now. Where were you at? I'm like, oh,
Damn.
Yeah,
You're
like-
smart.
and Salvadorans, Salvadorian moms.
To be honest, if I did
No
that
trust
shit,
whatsoever.
If I did that shit, my mom would have found out too. She'll throw it away. She's like, McDonald's. Who the fuck?
Yeah, honestly.
She'll run off the back know who the fuck it was.
Yeah, and then I told her like, hey, we didn't do nothing that day, so obviously I was like, why not skip school? And she's like,
So you telling me all 3 of you motherfuckers got to drive to high school?
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was my freshman year.
I started halfway through sophomore year.
That's
Yeah, I
sad.
started
I wish
freshman.
I could drive. I got my fucking license when I was a sophomore, but my
Or was it
parents never
junior?
gave me a car to go drive.
I started driving when I was like 14. My dad was like, hey, take the wheel, get your feet wet, and I'm like, okay.
Must be nice. I learned how to drive pretty early, but they didn't feel like they needed to give me a car to go drive straight to school. So I took a hot ass fucking bus every day.
I took driver's ed right when I turned 15. My sister, she had when she wanted to drive to school, that's when we both moved, so she started Kerr, but she couldn't drive because
Kerr, really?
Yeah.
You just went to Kerr?
yeah, she graduated from Kerr.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's like
So-
Kerr is like a public
Asian school.
private school. It's like they have. I don't want to say they have
It's
nothing
like
to
for the really
disrespect them.
smart kids. type
Really
shit.
smart kids. Like
Wasn't-
the way they
A
learn
bunch of
things.
Asians.
The way
sounds
they
like
learn
Harmony.
things. Yeah, the way they learn things, they give you a packet and then you do that shit. There's no teacher, right? No, there's a teacher,
There is
but
a
they're not gonna
teacher,
sit there
yeah.
and teach and like lecture for all day
Yeah.
long. They just give you a packet and then briefly go through it and you're on your own.
I guess I don't know. I didn't go to Kerr.
I didn't either. That's what I heard.
Didn't. But anyways, she couldn't drive.
Anybody could have went to Kerr. They did let anybody in if you wanted to go. I think.
I would
Luckily-
not have survived.
Yeah, I feel like you would have slacked off a lot.
Oh, I did,
you would have
I
zoned
did
out.
all through school.
You probably would have liked it. What you mean? You
would've-
fit in with all the nerds.
Oh, he
I'm
would
not
have
saying
been
I
in
would
the
have
band.
fit in, but
Yeah,
You would have been in the band.
Yeah, you would have. You would have.
or tennis team.
Yeah.
bro, honestly, I should have.
Yeah, I see you playing tennis.
I can see you play
Freaking
tennis too.
Nike
I really
polo
should've.
shirt. Freaking.
I play tennis.
There you go,
Like,
right
just for
there.
fun.
See,
So-
you can imagine this motherfucker in
The short
tennis shorts, short shorts, and some fucking tennis shoes, walking around with the fucking tennis racket.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
I can see that. The
So-
little bag on him and shit.
So, anyways, you know how for high school, in order for you to drive, you need the parking pass. But to get it, you would have to, give them like your insurance shit, or you'd have to be on your parents' insurance.
Yeah, you need to give them like driver's license, insurance.
She wasn't on my mom's insurance at the time, so she couldn't drive.
Well, over there, they were more like, we're not the police. You drive here at your own risk. If you get pulled over, you have no license. That's not on us. So if you want to come here, drive without a license, but you just gotta have insurance. If it doesn't matter if you're on it or not, just show us the insurance, show us whose car's under the name, and then you can park here. And I was, and then before they announced, I will park like kind of like outside, like near like it was like a little street there. Then I will park there, and then I would just walk to school. It wasn't that far. It was, it's kind of like right there. So.
Shout out to one of my homeboys back in high school where this motherfucker didn't give a shit. He'll park in the teacher's parking lot, right?
I would do that too.
I would too.
Yeah. He would park there. He would park there until they would put a sticker on his shit saying to move it.
Yeah.
And then he would take it home, and the next day bring his dad's work truck, and he'll bring that bitch until they put a sticker on that hood. Then then he could bring in other work because his dad worked at like a fleet company or whatever. So he had these white F-150s that all look alike, but with different tags. Yeah. So he would bring them hoods and fucking park at different spots every fucking day, and then they won't get tagged. Because they put the license plate number on the tag, too. So I guess they record it. Yeah. So he'll take that shit back, bring another one every fucking day. And then this motherfucker never got caught for like 3 years of fucking high school.
Yeah, I'll park in the
What about that story that you told me that you're one of your homies was using the lunch number of someone?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
That was the funniest one I ever heard.
This dude, I have two homeboys. I knew both of them. Mm-hmm. And I guess one always skips. And he usually eats the first lunch. There's 2 lunches, A and C lunches.
Damn, so I'm always had 2.
Yeah.
Damn,
you said
but they're 40-minute lunches.
Well, you said A and C.
Oh, ours was like 30.
Yeah, A and C. There's no B.
It's a.
Why?
I have no idea. I didn't make the rules.
Mine was simple.
I guess because there's no middle. Because C lunch usually starts really late. Like there used to be A, B, and C.
There would be like a B in between.
There would be a B. There used to be a B in between, but they took that out. So
we actually had 4 at my school. A, B, C, and D.
What the hell?
How long was your lunch?
40 minutes, 30 minutes, something like that. It's because our school was opened in the 40s, made for like 200 people. Obviously, since then, there's been a lot more people in the area. So we got like 1,200 kids in a school originally designed for just a few hundred.
Oh, okay.
So the cafeteria is like small as hell. If you tried to fit everybody in the school in there, not happening. With 4 lunches, it's full.
Oh, yeah, mine was small too. I think it will be like in the 11 to 6th grade, 7th grade, and 8th grade eat. Mm-hmm. And then 12 will be like high school. Yeah. Well, actually, it will be 11. It will be 6, 7, and then 8 and 9th eat together. And then that's when the juniors sit here, sophomores sit here, and then seniors sit here. I don't know why.
They never separate us like that.
Yeah, neither for me. Yeah, back to your story.
No, there's 3. We have 3 cafeterias. We have the North and the South, and then we had an NX. But you can't go to NX unless you have class there. But anyway, I had a homeboy that he would like sometimes skip.
This is the funniest.
And he will have A lunch. So then motherfucker would go to lunch, use his number, right? And me and my other homeboy, we would go to C lunch. And then we'd be in line together, and I'll scan my ID or whatever and get my food. And then every time and we never knew why. Every time he goes and type his number, it says it's already been used. We're all like, he's like, what, really? And this went on for like 3 months, and nobody caught on why until my homeboy skipped one day, the other one. I guess like they were doing an investigation, and I was in line with the other homeboy now, and then he typed in his number. I asked him my ID first. He typed in his number, and then they held him up. I'm like, what's going on? And then I guess the head lady came. She's like, you're not Brian. I know what Brian looks like. You're not him. And he chunks that tray. He runs. And then
what's running gonna do in that situation?
I don't know. I was like, the fuck? And then I got on Xbox 99, and he was like, yeah, I'll be using Brian's number when I skip. I was like, bro, this nigga has not been eating lunch for the past 3 months. He's like, yeah, he has free lunch. I'll be using that hoe.
I wonder how he got his number.
They're friends too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
that's one backstabbing friend right there.
On your ID, it has a number on the bottom.
Yeah.
Under the barcode.
And you know what's funny? They also reuse that number.
Ours do.
They reuse that number.
Yeah, sometimes they recycle that number.
No, for me, like I remember because I went to Hicks, right? And I remembered my fucking number, and then I went to other schools and shit. And then when I went back to Taylor, I was like, bro, it's my same fucking lunch number from elementary. I'm like, oh shit, it was so easy.
Yeah,
too.
you keep it like
sometimes you
graduate.
I was like, that's badass.
So I mean, I think my number was the same throughout all high school because obviously you're in the same building.
Yeah.
So these niggas knew each other's numbers for like 4 years, bro. And it's underneath your ID. Like literally, like you look at your ID, right? The picture, the barcode, and then right under your barcode is another like asterisk or whatever, and then your numbers right there in this pretty small print.
And the fact that you had to have a balance too. I remember one time my mom forgot to pay, and I got my lunch, and then I was eating it. Lunch lady came in, hey, you have no balance, so she literally took my lunch as I was eating.
The sack lunch?
What?
No, they just gave me a crackers and milk.
Wow.
They would give me the sack lunch. They would give us a sack lunch.
You had an account?
Yeah.
Not in Taylor though.
Yeah.
You had an account?
Yeah.
We never had that. Oh yeah, it was a choice, right?
Yeah.
I never did that.
That's I mean, I did too. Okay, maybe not
Free
Taylor,
breakfast.
but fucking elementary.
Oh, you got any of that pizza left?
No.
Oh man, I
Also,
love that pizza for breakfast.
So before we had good
That was
lunches,
good.
we had I think you remember Revolution Foods.
Oh my gosh, it was trash, bro.
You remember?
God.
So they were getting complaints that some of the kids were getting sick from the food, and some of them would not eat at all, and they would come in like hungry. I remember one mom came and she's like, "My son's coming home, literally eating like if it hasn't eaten out at all day. What's going on?" Like, oh, it's because the lunch sucks. The cheeseburger would suck.
That shit nasty.
It was nasty. And then on my freshman year, they changed it to preferred meals, and it didn't make a difference. All the foods were still trash, but some of them were a little bit decent. It was
Really?
It was called preferred meals.
When I was still there,
Wait a
it
second.
was still Revolution Foods.
Really?
Yeah, it wasn't until a year after I graduated, or no, because I had left. I left 6th grade.
They should have 8th grade.
Yeah, 8th grade. And it was still Revolution Food. It wasn't until I left, and then they got into high school that it was different.
Yeah. Well, when I started freshman year, it was preferred. It was called preferred meals. Like, yeah, I prefer to eat something else, and this fucking bullshit.
Since we were in the same district, but different years apart. What kind of food did you get?
Pretty much the same food. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Yeah.
So I got like my senior year was really bad. Guys, we fucking did hella terrible in the fitness, physical, whatever,
Like the pacer test or something.
Yeah, the pacer
Bro,
test.
The fitness gram shit.
Yeah, that.
I don't know why. That was always so much fun.
You
to
do the
me.
pacer
love
test. You
that,
do the
bro.
reach. You love the pacer test.
Yeah.
Bro, it was so much fun.
Bro, it's
my
because in fucking high school, when I was in school, it was like, I don't know, like.
Since I was in track doing soccer.
Yeah, I was active.
I
was back then.
The dumb motherfuckers would literally sprint like in the beginning. We're like, dude, why are you sprinting? You're supposed to
you gotta pace
get like
yourself.
a-
That's why it's called the pacer test for a reason. And then by the time it comes to the 10th, I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm over here and I'm also playing soccer and doing and track. And I'm like, what's going on? Why you out of breath? I don't know, man. We're barely in the 10th one. And then even I think it was a special ed kid, he was beating that guy too, and he's like, "Oh yeah, you're supposed to, jog first and then start."
Yeah.
I think my highest score is 54.
That's it.
54.
That's it.
I don't even remember.
What the
It's
hell?
been so long since
Bro,
I did that.
I remember when I was
my
in
shit was
elementary.
long though. It was like long.
We did the whole gym.
Yeah, it was in the gym. Mars was in the gym. It was literally like it was kind of like it was little. So
Yeah, it
so-
was. I
So,
remember.
like that's why the pavilion. There you go. You remember?
Okay, yeah,
Pavilion.
yeah, I
Yeah,
remember.
it was long.
But for us, shit, like back then, I was skinnier.
He was
Okay,
Cristiano
type
Ronaldo.
shit. Type shit.
I
Right?
think we all were at one point.
I was active, right? So
It doesn't get skinnier than me.
You're bone.
Yeah,
You're all bone.
Skin and bones.
so
Like y'all speak
anyways-
for yourselves.
So anyways, it would be like we'd get like over 100, and then I guess the fucking coach was like, "All right, fuck it, we're done. We're gonna stop it."
I know, like there were some times where the coach was just like, "Yeah, no, we've gotten far enough. Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be here all day. We got more to do still."
All the soccer players were still there. Me and the
Yeah.
soccer player were just jogging, and then and also the basketball players too. Like, oh yeah, this is kind of good exercise. And then the coach was like, "Oh yeah, these are all athletes. Yeah, I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah, I can tell."
Bro, we did so terrible in that shit. They made us eat. They changed our whole entire menu, dude.
Really?
Bro, I'm telling you, we get on pizza days, we get fucking wheat crust pizza. And if you hold it shit up, the pepperoni's gonna fall out that hole.
All greasy.
We
and
had
shit.
something like that.
Nasty,
We had it
bro.
like that
And then we had spaghetti like watered down with a wheat pizza roll.
I think they microwaved it only. They don't. I
Dude,
think.
I don't know fucking.
I
know.
think
That shit's
yeah,
disgusting.
because they'll be when we get our lunch, it'll be like all soggy. I'm like, did you
Bro.
take this out already?
Mine had always been in like those big like warming
Ovens.
I don't want to say it. It's
Yeah,
basically like an oven, like
Yeah, so-
huge,
Yeah.
almost
Yeah,
looks like a massive fridge.
I think they
but
just like reheat it and that's it.
it's literally just in that.
Yeah.
I think
And then
from
they
the
take
time
it
they make
out.
it until it's served.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, they would go with hamburgers and wheat buns. And then For the
Yep.
fucking hash browns, sweet potato, and they weren't even like good sweet potato. They're like
Not even.
I don't know what the fuck. That shit tastes like grass.
Yeah, we would have.
That shit was green.
Before they would give us the sweet potato waffle fries, but then after it was just like the long fucking soggy shit.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ours was a little triangle, but I thought it was a tater tot or whatever, and I took a fat ass bite. Sweet potato. I'm like, what the fuck? This shit was mushy. I'm like, hell no. We would get chicken patties. The only thing that was good that they actually gave us was nachos because they were like Tostito scoops with
Oh,
meat and
yeah.
cheese.
Yeah, those were good.
Chili oh my god.
That was the only thing that was good. And then on Fridays, sometimes they'll give us like a little teriyaki chicken and like white rice. Comes in an air grill.
I like that.
But other days, chicken patty, fucking pizza. That shit.
I like the
disgusting.
chicken patty.
I hate
Yeah, the chicken patty wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't.
I always like that. Just
Yeah.
throw some ketchup on it or something.
I like the what is it? The little chicken fried steak thing on a bun thing. It's not chicken, but it's like
Oh,
beef,
I had
beef or
that.
pork, whatever. It's like flat.
Yeah.
and
Oh,
they
it's like
put it
one
on
of
I had
the
that.
McRib type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Those were
it
good.
comes with like rice and gravy. That shit was good. I like
That was real good.
Bro, I love.
You ever have the little popcorn chicken with the mashed potatoes and gravy?
I had that,
No.
but it
We're
was
not
like,
that fancy.
Bro, that was so
for,
good.
For
ours,
me,
we had it, but it was just ghetto. Like it
For-
was very bad.
for me,
I
I,
mean,
love
yeah.
when we'd have the chicken nugget days. So and then they'd give us the plastic, tray that or tin that's like that, and it would be with mashed potatoes and gravy, and then I would dip the fucking or like scoop the chicken nugget with the mashed potatoes.
So whenever
So
they
good.
whenever they don't get rid of them, they'll sell it again at a la carte, which is kind of dumb.
Mhm.
So I had a friend that always buys a la carte. Never think I never buys train lunch, right? So we eat nachos
Shit
on
gets
Wednesdays.
expensive.
Bro, he gets $20 every week, which go Guatemalan.
Oh,
But anyway,
Chapin.
yeah, a little short chapin too, short ass nigga. Fucking, he'll buy like a la carte every fucking day, and then Wednesdays are our nacho days usually, and then I'll eat nachos, and then Thursday comes for lunch. This nigga goes to a la carte and buy nachos. I'm like, why don't you just get a train lunch yesterday? This is leftover nachos from yesterday. And then I don't care, it's still good.
your
Nigga,
meals.
you're eating leftovers. And then when we had chicken nugget days with the mashed potatoes, they'll take a plate, put the nuggets and the mashed potatoes already on it, and sell that shit for like $1.50. And people will buy that shit. You know those leftover train lunch
What
y'all niggas
the
are
hell?
buying.
When
I
I would
would
when I
not
would buy
do
from
that.
the a la carte line, I would get the chicken tenders, fucking cookies, shit like that.
Bro, you know most school consisted of black people. Chicken tenders be sold the fuck out.
Really?
But these niggas fucking, bro, these niggas fucking buy all the fucking chicken
Oh yeah,
tenders,
man.
bro.
Especially the spicy tenders, they were
Oh,
gone.
they
I
come-
didn't care much because I wasn't that good on spicy stuff, but they were gone.
Bro, I knew so many people that would
They
roach
only came spicy.
they would roach like, hey, you gonna eat that cookie? You gonna eat this? Like, bro, I haven't even touched my lunch. Like, let me eat.
Dude, there's days where they give you a free cookie as like the
Oh,
side
yeah.
whatever. And then niggas,
Hey, you gonna eat that cookie?
Let me get the hell. Bitch, let me sit down and eat my lunch.
I'll be carrying my lunch. Hey man, you gonna eat? Like, I think it was Fridays only where like they get the cheese sticks, and it was actually pretty good.
Oh,
It was,
I
it was
remember
like,
those.
Like 4 strip, and then like the sauce.
Oh,
and
yes.
those.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
dipped in the marinara.
Yeah,
I
so
thought they
then,
had that too.
So good.
They were always limited. So if you were the ones up
Yeah.
front, you're getting it. If you were the one all the way in the back, oh, you're not getting that shit.
Yeah.
So whenever like,
Sorry, right now you're getting a PB and J.
so, yeah, they actually gave
Hey, I
that.
fuck with the PBJ though.
I love PB and J.
So then I'm over here
I don't know
walking.
if
I'm
you-
over
I don't know
here.
if you- somebody that
Over here
can't.
walking with the cookie. It was a good day too. The cookie, the strips, and then I think they were giving I think it was another cookie. It was chocolate chip, and then the other one.
Oh yeah, it would be like a
two.
plain cookie.
Yeah,
type
it was
shit.
2.
That one would be good though.
So then they were getting,
Yeah.
they want to get the chocolate chip one. So I'm over here walking with my lunch. Hey, Josue, you gonna eat that cookie? I'm like, yeah. What about the other one? Yeah. Are you sure you're gonna eat it? Because those are 4 strips of cheese steaks. And I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna eat it. I'll let you know if I can give it to you. And I'm like, and then I'll eat it. And I'm like, hey, you want the cookie? Too bad, I'm eating it.
Bro, why you asking for my shit? I'm hungry, I'm fucking 17, 18. I'm a growing fucking boy, and they're giving us shitty ass food. Yeah, you best believe I'm eating on that shit, nigga.
No, so basically, nowadays I don't really eat a lot unless I'm, by myself. Like,
Yeah, we
I
can
can
tell.
chow
we
down.
know. We know.
No.
No, I do eat a lot.
Unless he's eating McAllister's. This motherfucker swallow.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Gets a
But-
burger and doesn't eat.
Oh,
doesn't
you
eat that.
don't know about that story, do you?
Which one?
Yeah, he
There was a
there.
time where I think you left already. I was interviewing.
Yeah,
whatever.
he had McAllister's and he ate it. Yeah, I heard it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he
About
listens
it.
to the
Yeah, he
podcast.
listens.
That's right.
Yeah, listen to it.
But basically,
Swallowed it. He didn't just eat it. He swallowed that bitch.
back in high school, I would pick up like everybody at my table's leftovers, and so what they had introduced like the last couple years I was there was everybody's on free lunches. So, there'd be people. I got friends that didn't want to eat. I'm like, bro, just go get some food and I'll eat it. And so, especially
Yeah,
like
they-
that mozzarella stick
yeah,
day,
they would
I'd
do
have like 6, 7, 8 mozzarella sticks.
People
All
would do
that marinara.
They're like, hey, Jose, you. I think it was the cheeseburger. I didn't like the cheeseburger. Hey, you gonna eat lunch? I'm like, no. Go get the cheeseburger and just give it to me. I'm like, okay. So I'll go get it, and then
I be hating niggas though. They fucking like they don't eat whenever they don't eat, right? And then you're like, you got free lunch? Yeah. Well, do me a favor, bro. I'm hungry. Go get your lunch. No, bro, I'm good.
I have to pay. You're free. I have to pay.
Why can't you help a nigga out, bro? You got free lunch. Go get that shit. Yeah, there's no line.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. No, I'm good, bro.
Oh,
All right, fuck you then, nigga.
It's like, all right, I know where you stand now.
Yeah, I guess we ain't homies no more. Yeah, and we ain't. I don't talk to no motherfuckers.
No, there was this one dude.
Fuck y'all niggas.
Like when we were talking about like people that just like walk around like, hey, you want this? I'll take it off you.
I don't know why
That dude that was at my school would always just go around like, hey, you want your roll? You want your bread roll? You want your bread roll? He'd literally be walking out with like 15 bread rolls, and that's all that dude ate every day.
There was always someone walking around like, bro, sit down. Like you're literally walking around like sit down. Like, man, I'm trying to get some cookies, and I'm like, well, go in the line. I already did. They didn't have any. Like
For me, like the kids that would do that, they'll be like special.
I think this guy was like borderline.
Well, what's my favorite is that sometimes they give you those frozen peaches. For some reason, nobody likes them hoes. I love them hoes. I go get them from everybody. I end up eat 4 of them hoes, bro. I'll go take that shit with me, and it's just still fucking frozen. I'm eating that shit. Like I just peel up one end, drink that shit.
Or like the little fruit cups where you get like pears or whatever. I would have like so many of those as well.
Bro, nobody likes the
Because
fruit.
nobody wants them. I'm
Yeah,
like,
nobody
bro,
wants fruits. I don't know
it's
if I
so
don't
good.
want
I'll take it.
Fruit and the vegetables. Nobody wants them hoes.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to like. Hey, you want your burger? No shit, bitch. What am I gonna eat?
But I like when they would give
hungry.
the slices of pineapple. The little
like sliced?
yeah.
Slice?
Or like
dice?
cubes.
Yeah.
oh,
the dice.
I thought
Yeah,
they gave it to a slice.
Not the ones you get in. Do you get sliced
But
pineapples?
it was like big. Like it was like the one. I think they
Oh, the round ones that you buy from like Dole.
Yeah, it was that. Cause we saw in the back. Oh, they have dough, and then it was loaded up too. It was 3 slices each, like
Damn.
literally. That was my senior year, so I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna start bringing the good shit out, and while I'm about to graduate.
I think the only fruits we get were like either pears, peaches, or
Apple.
Yeah, sometimes we get an apple.
The apple was good.
Orange
The apple was
sometimes.
fresh.
Orange. Bananas.
It was like
We'll get bananas.
you took a
We
bite
never-
out of
I
it,
never
it
got
was
a
solid,
banana.
not
We
like
got bananas.
swishy.
That's some fat ass, some long ass bananas, bro. We were like,
And a fruit cocktail. We get fruit cocktails
Yeah.
too, with the little cherries and every mix. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah, the apples were good. Actually, like everybody liked the apple. Like we took a bite of it, it was like fresh.
The green one though. The
Yeah.
red one sucks.
I like the yellow.
We
ones.
had the green and the red at the same, most of the time, and then we took a bite of it. It was like solid, like this is good, not
crunchy.
squishy, and it was
No,
squishy.
yeah, I hate it when the apple is squishy, bro. Or like
Like we never had an incident. It was like, this is squishy. Like no, we never had it.
what is that like? Kind of like fuzzy feeling, like texture. Like I hate that
It's
shit.
like if it sits out too long. Like
Yeah, it's like
just-
gritty
yeah.
feeling kind of. I hate that shit. I need my apple to be like when I take a bite, you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like those
Juicy.
juices, like that juice where you took a bite, and it sounds like.
tingles.
I actually went to Target to buy that, and then like to try it out and see if it was actually true, and it's actually true.
Dude, my uncle fucked up once. He got what he accidentally bought the cotton candy flavored grapes. That shit's disgusting.
Yeah, it is.
So like he's like, you want some grapes? Yeah. My dumb ass pop one in my mouth. The fuck? Yeah, the cotton candy grapes. I bought the wrong one. That shit's nasty.
I think he would like, because apparently he likes freaking the cream soda,
That
Dr.
shit-
Pepper.
That shit
I
don't
don't
sound
know.
good no more.
I do not know how you like that. Like
It's so good.
I took a sip one time. Man, this is full of sugar.
You know, this is his first time drinking cherry coke.
Cherry Coke.
Are you impressed?
Yeah, it's good.
You sure?
Yeah.
His first time drinking cherry
not-
coke.
Yeah, we
Is
bought
it-
this cherry.
Didn't you get a Pepsi cherry also?
Yeah, I think back at Subaru. Yeah.
Same shit, just different, more sugar. That's it.
I just never had it.
Yeah. Whatever. Yes, you had.
Have you had a vanilla coke?
That's,
I don't think so.
I quit.
yeah, you literally.
Yeah, not lived. The only thing you drink exotic to you is a cream. What is it? Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper
Dr.
cream
Pepper
soda.
Like every time I go, hey Colin, what do you want? I want the Dr. Pepper cream soda. Like anything else, like different.
That's all.
Gatorade. Other than that, the Gatorade.
You have the A&W cream soda.
You had to
Honestly,
have
I've only had like 4 A&Ws in my life.
the root beer.
Yeah.
Oh, I
the
love
cream
the
soda.
root
That's
beer.
just sweet though.
That was good. That
is
was good.
sweet.
But then
Sweet as
I
fuck.
stopped. I'm like, this is very too much.
Yeah,
sugar.
it's really syrupy. You
Hey,
can taste it.
Didn't you try the mango Pepsi?
They have a mango Pepsi.
I didn't know that was a thing.
Yes.
That's a thing.
That's the thing.
The only
Since when?
like
Since recently.
Mango Pepsi.
Yeah.
I had not heard of mango Pepsi. How does that taste? I'm
You ever
curious.
tried the Mountain?
I got
the Mountain
the-
Dew Flaming Hot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Jason
had it.
Yeah.
It's weird because it's kind of like it just
If
tastes
only
like
if-
Mountain Dew with a
one-
slight
If
hint
it
in the
didn't
head.
have
Yeah.
like the carbonation, it would have been.
Yeah,
crazy.
it's
Yeah.
like that and the little hint of like spicy kind of hits the back of your throat. It kind of feels weird.
And if it was colder, it probably would have been a little
Yeah,
better. That's okay.
They're-
Would I get it like when I go to a gas station? Nah, I won't.
I wouldn't buy a whole 12 pack of it. I'll tell you that.
I don't think they sell them in a whole 12 pack.
I'm gonna miss those days where go to the corner store now.
Oh yeah.
It was like we did a rotation like, hey, if somebody would walk out the garage, they'd be like, hey, where you going? And mainly Emerson.
Bro, I don't
Oh yeah, did I tell you? Did I tell you the story that one time when Panda was a team leader? I remember I had my phone in my toolbox. I let that there the whole entire day. He was blowing up my phone, store run, and I turned in the arrow, and then he sees like, hey, I've been texting you all day. I'm like, you really? Like, yeah, I'm telling you what to do a store run. Like, let me go check. 54 messages.
God damn.
Like, what the hell?
I texted anything for 2 hours straight.
Wait, was this when you were still in main shop or?
Yeah, that's why I said
Oh,
team leader.
okay.
Team leader.
Well, I mean, he was basically team leader in Express too.
Yeah.
Well, main shop leader.
That's why I was
Main
just
shop
like,
leader.
wanted
Yeah,
to-
well,
Main shop daddy.
yeah.
Then you became Express Daddy.
I'm honestly though, like I went back last week to check it out and see how it is. Empty, literally like
You did?
yeah. I went. I saw Daniel. I'm like, let me go see if Daniel's there. So I went there, and then where your toolbox used to be, gone. Panda's thing gone. Colin's gone, and mine gone, and then.
And all you have is just this
Yeah,
little one.
it's like you know where he put it at? He put it under like the hoses where the oil was at. Like, why
Also,
you
he hasn't moved it.
No, and I'm like, why would you put it there? It's literally leaking oil on there. And then I told Anna like, hey, how is it? Like, man, it's sad. Like, I don't hear no yelling. I hear nothing. It's just quiet. You know the icing on the cake. Ramiro, he's going towards appraise the cart.
Yeah, Jason called him
okay.
Rambo.
And then he's like,
Yeah,
he's
Rambo.
I
like
didn't know that.
he's like taking the picture all sad, and he's like, yeah, he looks so sad. And then they told me that they were backed up at 12 tickets.
Oh.
They were backed up that
on
much.
Saturdays.
Yeah, on Saturday. They were backed up 12 tickets, and then that Daniel was just like sitting there just watching everything like crumble down. What he was saying.
Yeah, fucking Daniel.
Yeah, and then that's what he told me, and then yeah, it looks so sad. Like,
Yeah, that nigga Jason told me that they keep getting cars from fucking Clear Lake, fucking Superior, and West Houston
Mm-hmm.
because they're backed. There's no text.
Yeah, this is, I mean,
Not even.
there's your answer, guys. Like, there's your answer. Yeah, but when we get backed up, it's like they tell me like, hey, we're kind of backed up. This is how long it's gonna take. Okay, I'll go home, and then they leave. They don't wait there. They don't wait for that car.
Have you seen the same line on Saturdays for you guys?
Oh,
That shit wraps around the whole.
the express literally like the express was literally back, but I mean they all you have to do is drive it in, lift it up, and then drives out. Whereas we had to freaking go look for the car and then bring it in, lift it up. So there's one on the bottom. They call it the drainer, and then he's draining the oil, and then the one up top. The one who's flagging it is mainly doing the MPI and then doing the battery test. And then you have two guys literally on one side doing the rotation, 2 impact guns and everything like that. And then on the other side, that's where like in case like that's where the flag tags are at for like express also. So let's just say they need a tire, then they go lift it up over there. The tire machine's there, and then that's how they have it. So yeah, it made it wrapped like literally like wrapped around to the back. But they at least got it out like on time and stuff.
They do high volume. You know how like Gilman Honda does it, like wraps around.
Like, just like
It's
that,
just like that crazy
just like
as
that.
fuck.
It's crazy, but there's like so many of them there, and like they get it down. It's like 2 drainers, and then like I said, 4, 2 on the other side and whatnot. And then by the time they'll say, oh yeah, it's everything's tight, and then that's when they start filling up the oil. And then there'll be times when like we'll be slow, and they're like, "Hey, y'all need some help?" Like, "Yeah, here's take this ticket." I took a 4Runner, and then I literally upsold like 4 tires, 4 wheel alignment, and then literally front brakes and brake flush. And then I thought Panda was joking when they said that they'll buy. Oh no, they'll buy. They literally buy. They're like, "Oh, he needs that? Oh, here, give me to me." And the team leader is also pretty chill. He's also that. He's like, "Hey, look, this has 60K miles. Recommend the tune-up, recommend this. They're gonna buy it, trust me." And then I'm like, okay. And then the service guy says, "Hey, do that tune-up and do that brake flush. They just left, so just don't worry, don't rush."
What's amazing about that place is he's in a second shop where the body shop used to be now.
Oh yeah.
So you get on it, you get on your MPI, right? And you type in what you need, and then they send it to the fucking part. Fucking mature the fuck up.
No, I'll laugh because he laughed.
I still got little sinuses from last week.
I wasn't gonna laugh till I saw him crack.
Anyway,
Sorry,
you do the MPI, and then you'll send it to the advisor, right? Oh, it sends it to the parts department. And the parts department will normally screen capture what you need, right? And they highlight the part number, and then they'll send it to the advisor. And then if they approve it, then they'll send it back to parts, and the parts will send it back to you. Tell them, hey, come get your shit.
That's
So
not
you
so much better
never-
than what we did.
So you will never have to leave the shop.
Only
If they have a question, they'll probably send it back in the MPI, or if they
Oh.
see they taking too long, they'll call you.
and then they'll have a little. It's like a chat log, like, hey, at this person and do this, at this person do
That's
that.
how it was at Superior. But fucking parts will take forever.
No, I'm not sitting here like, I wonder if Mauricio's gonna, approve this patch or not. Go off.
Oh yeah,
What do you mean? Go ahead and do it for